Hello, happy Friday. Sorry I did not get back on all week to tell you what we've been doing, but I am determined to get you guys some content for today. So today's video is just going to be a wrap up of the last week of January and our pre-K classroom, some things that we did this week, and maybe a couple other things that we did previously that I haven't shared yet. Okay, so like I said, it is the last week of January. We did a ton of January themes this month that involved snow and winter animals and snowmen and all of that. But this week it was too many weeks of snowy type stuff. So we did switch a couple things out to go more letter theme, but overall our theme this week was winter animals, and I kind of tied that theme in mostly to our poem and the book that we read this week, but then we also did our letter of the week, which is letter B, and we're gonna do show and share in just a little bit to add some stuff to that chart. But as you can see in the back right here, we made some bees for the letter B, some bumblebees, and those are going to be for Valentine's Day. We're just tying it all together. We're gonna say, like, what is it saying? Be mine, or you'll always be my Valentine. Not sure, but we're gonna add their little picture of their face on there and send it home as a keepsake for the parents. And then I'm gonna show you our Play-Doh and our sensory, which we did some letter activities for instead of our weekly like winter theme. So let me show you. All right, so first up, a close-up. This is the bee example that they were going to make. Here's some of the materials. I think most of the children have made it. We've had a couple kids out because of sicknesses, but the first step that we told them to do is to glue on the stripes on here, and then we cut off the edges to make it, you know, actually be on the bee. And then the rest of it they could do on their own, and we told them not to put any facial features on the top because we are going to glue on their picture. So we have lots of different examples. We got some wings on top, some pointy wings, some rounded wings. Interpretation at its best, at its finest. There we go. Like I said, we have our show and share coming up in just a little bit when the kids come in from outside. I got about 15 minutes to get through this video before they have to come in. You could probably even hear them in the background screaming outside. So this is our sensory bin this week. We had blue rice left over. We did a lot of cotton ball stuff for snow, and then last week we did blue rice to kind of do something different but still wintry. And now we added some random, just lima beans, blue rice, and then we added these letters that I have. It's a Lakeshore game, and there's different color packages of letters. They're not magnetic, they're just plastic. And we added the letter sort. We did this in the beginning of the year as a small group, so they are definitely familiar with their uppercase letters and matching. It's an easy skill that still is a little bit of fun during playtime. So they just picked whatever color for whatever board, found it in the sensory bin, and then matched the letter. And obviously still got to play. It's even fun for adults. Okay, and then for our Play-Doh, we don't really have a lot of winter animals to make a winter animal Play-Doh thing, so we just did some colors, and we did some letter Play-Doh stencils, added some beads that they can add on top, some of these just to be fun, some eyes. So it's pretty random, but they are very creative. A lot of them were all on their own, getting the letter for their name and trying to build their name. All the letters are not in here, so that was a little difficult for some. Or they would make a letter and then they'd make it a letter person, kind of like the Letter Factory. So simple, easy, and they were learning while playing. Miss Sam is in the middle of giving our toy kitchen a backsplash. So this is our backsplash that we have in our classroom, and she's gonna add it to the play kitchen. The poetry notebook hasn't been used the whole month of January, just with me being out and stuff, so, and some of these kids have been out too, but this is one of the poems we did in January. It was a snowflake poem. Simple, add a snowflake on top. Then we did a snowman poem the following week. This is super cute because they literally just built their own snowman out of the hat. We gave them crayons, and I'm so proud of how well they did on this one. And then, sorry, last week was our field trip, so we did not do a poem. But this week was winter animals, and we just did a cave with a bear. Very, very simple and effective because the kids love learning these poems. They memorize it for fluency. They also work on phonemic awareness skills with it. It's a great, great, great activity. Okay, so that's around the classroom things. Let's see, for literacy this week, we did our elastic books. It has all of the letters on here. So every Monday, we start our day with doing the letter book, learning new words that start with that letter. We introduce our letter on our board. We have pictures that come with our curriculum that we talk about. We do a phonemic awareness skill with the picture cards. So this week there's like a banana and a bus. I'm looking over at our chart and it has the pictures. So like bus, balloon, banana, bike, and book. And I lay all the pictures out and then I do different types of phonemic awareness. I might say banana and then they have the picture clue and they say banana. Or if I'm trying to keep it a little simpler, I'll just do the onset and rhyme us, bus. If I want to bump that up, I do all three sounds, us, which is different kids are at different levels. Some kids are at that syllable level. Some kids are at the onset and rhyme level. Some kids are ready for those CVC, 3 different sounds. Some kids are even ready for taking those words away, like that syllable away. So if we said banana, and then they put it together and say, now say banana without ba. And they say nana. So all different levels, but it's just a quick way to throw in that phonemic awareness skill. Sometimes I'll even say, well, banana starts with B, and that's our word. Who can think of a rhyming word for banana to take that beginning sound away and add a different beginning sound? Those are always interesting. So anyways, quick little tidbit. We add in phonemic awareness all throughout the day. Instead of doing like a direct phonemic awareness activity all the time, we add it in all throughout the day, which has shown because I just did all my assessments and these kids are rocking the phonemic awareness, so woohoo! Okay, so anyways, I read this book on Monday. On Tuesday, we read The Mitten and we worked on vocabulary. I don't have my copy of The Mitten. This is a great video, I'm so sorry. I already put it away. We worked on vocabulary. The first one we worked on was drowsy, and so we did drowsy. We did talons. We did burrowed. There was another one. Burrowed, drowsy, talons. I don't remember the last one, but we did 4 vocabulary words and we just talked about what the words were. We made motions for them. We read the story just to like, you know, ask and answer questions, get that beginning done. Then on Wednesday, we had our cooking day, which I didn't show you, but we made butterflies out of pretzels and oranges and cranberries. And so we didn't get to do a story time because that kind of took forever. And then on Thursday, we revisited the mitten and we did a retelling activity. We made a white mitten and we just, I don't know if you could see, but it's just stapled all together. And then we colored, we didn't even laminate, literally just paper. We colored the characters. My speech pathologist actually had this copy, so it's not something, but there are so many examples for free on Teachers Pay Teachers. But we just colored these and we laid them all out. And as we were reading the story, a kid got to come up and add that animal to the mitten, and then all the drama, I pretended when we added the mouse, we said, achoo, and I dumped them all out and flew the mitten up in the air, so it was flying through the air, and then Nikki caught it. Very dramatic, and the kids loved it. So then we did that during the story, and then after the story, I even challenged them if they could do it without the book. Like, tell me what animal came first, and then next, and then at the end of the story, what happened to the mittens. And they're doing really good with that story retelling. So anyways, then today is Friday, and on Fridays we do show and share. So we really didn't read that many books this week, but that's okay. During our social emotional, we've been working on learning how to wait, and we learned some new strategies for that. The number 1 strategy is you can count things. So we practiced that all week. We practiced counting while we wait to go to the bathroom. We practiced counting while we wait for Miss Langford to put a book on the computer or a video on the computer. And then today we read a story on Mayan about waiting, and we learned that you can also sing songs, you can dance, you can use your imagination. Some of the kids said, I can bring a toy to help me wait when I'm at the doctor. An iPad, we had that. So it's been a good week for social emotional because I feel like there's been so many teachable moments to be like, wow, this is a great time to use your skill of waiting. I should see you counting in your head the leaves on the rug or the shoes that your friends are wearing. And if we see kids doing it, we kind of bring it up because they are doing it. Okay, and so the last thing that I have left to talk to you guys about is small group. And I said in my other video that we did switch up small group a little bit. And what we're doing now is we are combining the groups. So Miss Sam is doing just different activities each day with whatever kids are like left in her group. And so we're doing a lot of lakeshore games. We actually played Hi-Ho Cheerio one day for math. We did a letter matching activity that is from Lakeshore as well. We did, like, we have these leaves that you put ladybugs on for counting. She did some letter sound flashcards for some kids. So it's not really like games that we got off Teachers Pay Teacher last week, because I think we just, or this week, I feel like we just found what worked for what skills after assessing them. Like, ooh, this group of kids really needs to work on letter identification. Let's really focus on that. But then my group, I was able to do 2 different activities. Okay, sorry, the kids came in from recess and I ran out of time. And now it's like time to go, and it's Friday, and we have a sleepover tonight for Kenzie's birthday, so all kinds of good stuff. And we're doing compound words. So I have a hat, doghouse, then we had the picture of dog, picture of a house, put it together, doghouse. So we've been working on this skill for a long time. So this time I was able to just give them the hat and say what the word was, doghouse, and they were able to build the snowman all on their own with the pieces, break the word apart, find the pieces, find that compound word as well. Very easy. I did that with most of my groups. My lower group, we did building the letter of the week and finding the letter, and then we read a little book about the letter B, and we traced the letter B, and we talked about things that start with the letter B. So that was like my lower groups that aren't quite here yet, but I'm just really focusing on learning some of those letters. And then in my math group, we actually kept it very simple this week, and we used a whiteboard and markers, which mind blown, they love that. And we practiced writing the numbers 1 through 5, because we did that in the beginning of the year, and writing is a very difficult skill for them, that, you know, holding the marker correctly, and their fine motor skills have grown throughout the year, so now they've got their grip better. You know, we just practice. I let them write a number 1, and then we practice, and then a number 2, and I showed them exactly how to do it again, and then they practiced all over the board, and using a whiteboard just makes it more engaging. And then at the end, after we practiced all the numbers, I said, okay, challenge, write the numbers 1 through 5 on your board, and they loved it. So perfect, simple, easy. That's pretty much it. I'm sure there's more things. We have Valentine's Day coming up, Groundhog's Day coming up, so we will record all those good ideas for you guys. But for now, it is Friday and it's time for me to go home. So as always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified when I do post videos, which will be more often. All right, until next time, bye.